welcome to the best game ever. So, this song actually, I think it's this song that gets you copyright because somebody owns this song. They apparently use a licensed version of it. But on the video, someone else owns the song and it's not them. The reason why we're playing Tales and Tactics today, which is to me still the best auto battler on the market, is because it got a really huge update, a really good update too. So, in terms of auto battlers, what can you expect from this game? As we know, it's a single-player auto battler where it has the ability for you to take a much slower pace. There's no fast-paced considerations like in Underlords or in TFT where you need to be really quick with your APM to choose items. There's no really difficult sort of counting mechanics where you need to look at the draft pool of units, which is in itself its own strategy and sort of made to be quote-unquote self-balancing. But added with RNG, it usually ends up being frustrating more than fun. And it's really there, in my mind, to try and sort of add a level of variability to your own personal games. This game gets rid of those sort of, in my purview, more annoying elements of the auto battler genre, and gives you just the core basis of what an auto battler should be, which is the strategical and the tactical elements of building your army, placing them down, and arranging them in such a way that they work well with each other. This game has been out for a while now, and it actually had a fair number of updates a while back. And then there was a bit of a quiet hiatus. They released PvP mode, and then all of a sudden this dropped recently on May 15th. So yesterday, I played this last night until 5 a.m. For context, this game is already one of my top games I played. Slay the Spire, about 500 hours, roughly. Across the Obelisk, about 240, but that's because a lot of the runs are with friends. It's a co-op game. Everyone takes their turn. It's an interesting co-op game. But the main thing is that it's more of a social game for me, and so that's why it's so many hours. Vampire Survivors, a game that I would play in the middle of the night, during my night shift, watching my friend play his run of it after his night shift, and then I would do my run, has only about 100 hours. This is already close to about 170 hours on this account, and my personal account is like another 50, 60 hours. So 2 accounts just to hide my name and stuff, okay? This is a very, very deep game with a lot of things that you can do, and there's a lot of different mechanics in it, and they added more. There's new items, there's new PvE features, so there's even like a new challenge climb. I've only gotten to Brutal 2, it's very hard. There's new traits even that you can play with. The pack is the coolest one. But Corrupted is also very interesting as well. And a lot of new perks and changes to even the unit traits themselves to allow you more flexibility within builds and in general more variability as a whole, which I think helps the longevity because, again, the core of an auto battler to me is always sort of the tactical and the strategical element and making best use of the RNG that's been given to you. They added a sandbox mode to allow you to sort of theorycraft because there's a PvP mode in this game, but also maybe even for a PvE. And then they even brought in brought back old content that was disabled, changed some of the annoying features to make them even more interesting. I actually think the Shadow Strike rework has been fantastic. So whatever they decided with this, it's much more complex, and you really have to think about it now. And PvP has gotten even better because there's now 27 new PvP characters that you can choose when you do go into PvP. It's only ranked because everyone really only does ranked, and unranked was apparently just not really unranked, it was just really hard. And there's custom lobby support. So all of this, including balance tuning and changes, so you have new ways to play, but even the characters themselves have been changed to be rebalanced as a whole, leads to what feels like an entirely new game, okay? And that's just sort of the beginning, it feels like, because on the surface, you have all of these individual changes that allow you to go, oh wow, there's a lot going on. But it's the interactions between each other that start to make you go, oh wow, there's a lot going on. There's a new item, for instance, that interacts with the Ignite effect, which then all of a sudden changes how you would want to play certain characters. Because now, with the Ignite effect change, it's worth it to play someone like Torque, who can ignite people, heals a little, does a little bit of damage, but is otherwise pretty unassuming, very, very sort of weak. It's small decisions like that increase the amount of decisions that you can make that I think makes this game so good. There's so much depth to it. And what's, again, kept me up until 5 a.m., and I feel like I've barely scratched anything. What's nice about this game, too, is that even if you've beaten the game in the current patch, you keep earning mastery points, so you can just unlock everything ASAP. And even if you unlock everything, it doesn't make your game any easier. In fact, you still have to be good at the game to try to get past it. So, we're gonna see if I can get as far as I can. I've been trying to play through Brutal 2, which is extremely difficult. I've got Challenge Climb 15 on every character. Brutal 1, I don't know why it skipped it for me. I don't really know why, but I was like, okay, yeah, I'll take it. Brutal 2 is really where it's at. And the hard part about Brutal 2 is this element here, which I wish I could show you, but it's already chosen the thing, the whatchamacallit, the effect. Can I see the effect? Okay, well, fuck me, I guess. But the game is good. It's really good. But the main thing is that you do 10% less damage. 10% less damage. There's a bunch of other modifiers from Brutal 1 as well. And because of the amount of stuff that's in the game and the amount of changes, there's a lot of like thinking involved that you have to sort of go through to try to find a good army that works. And there's a lot of different things that you have to sort of pay attention to with your own RNG and how lucky you have been. And then take into account that every character has their own special perks, and that those perks there's been more perks added. Like there's a lot going on in this game. What's crazy too, and actually this is the reason why I'm playing this too, this game is on sale for quite a lot. 60% off. It's $10 Canadian, which is a lot of money. It's a lot of fun. There's still some bugs here and there, like some things will break. Sometimes before this patch, I kept getting bugs where like the battle would never end because no one took any damage. But for the most part, the bugs are minor, and you can sort of restart the game and come back right into it. And your strategy will be the exact same as long as you play it out the same. But I think this is a very strong contender within the auto battler genre. To me, it's one of the best. People may differ on this. I think a lot of people sort of enjoy the PvP aspect. A lot of people really enjoy that poker style aspect where you draft cards as you would in TFT. But I like when the game focuses purely on this sort of tactical aspect and lets you play the game without having to be fast at playing the game, which has always been my issue with games like this. Is I don't want to be fast, right? You live your life in the fast lane, and you never really get to just sit down and enjoy the slow-mo periods of your life and just play the game and just, not try too hard. I don't want to try. We're going to try to go for Pack, because I think it's going to be interesting. I was going to maybe go for Engineer, but I think we go for Pact. And I think we go for Pact Mythic, because the Mythics are pretty good. There's Hugo, there's Blorgy, there's Falderel. Blorgy does AoE damage. Hugo is Hugo. Falderel does AoE damage. So we go these two, because I'm also playing the Gnome. We get the double trait bonus, and Stalkers are gone, which helps because with the Pack, if they do a lot of damage, you die quickly because the units are pretty weak. But you can get around that if they have no assassins, which sort of helps you there. I also got a pretty good roll with this one single bug, which is actually a really strong bug. And I'm actually really close to Dweller, so maybe we won't do what I just said, and maybe we'll do something else. But you know what? That's for me later to decide. Now, what is an auto battler? I'm not going to go too much deep into it. I think it's a fairly flexible genre, I would say. Because an auto battler, I think, has different variations, right? I think now we're seeing more variations of it come out. We see games like Backpack Battles, or Backpack Heroes, let's say. I forget the name. We see games like Super Autopets, which is sort of like one of the, more classic entries within the genre. We're even seeing things like, there was a really good military sim one. There was a private military manager, tactical auto battler. We're seeing stuff like this, which leans more into sort of the almost like soccer manager side of things, right? Like the FIFA manager side of things. We're seeing a lot of variability and differences within the auto battler genre, but this game I think is more at its core an auto battler as it sort of was known way back then, because it's. There's a lot of different types of auto battlers, but this one really sticks to the fundamentals of what an auto battler was back then, which is specifically that you make a bunch of units and you get a bunch of units. Well, you kind of make them, and you just send them off to fight for their life. To say it nicely, they're all fighting for their lives, and they're trying not to die. And what's interesting is that you only control the units. You don't. What the hell is going? I hate this Steam on place so much. You only deal with the composition of things and the things that they hold. You never really deal with what they specifically do. It's a very laid-back experience that I think is sort of interesting in this day and age where a lot of games can sort of go towards too much, in my mind, too much of a active sort of gameplay. If that makes sense. I don't like to be too active, as you can probably tell by how often I stay indoors. But I don't think that's a bad thing. I just think that, for me, the point of games like this is to sort of turn your brain off in a way and enjoy what you're doing and think on a different level. It's like being the coach. It's like being the coach of a sports team, if that makes sense. If any of you play sports, I don't think any of you do. But, that's how it is. Give me a second. Sorry, sudden goal. What was it saying? Oh, yeah. This is that like high level view that you want to have. You want to be the coach of the sports team, but you don't want to be the person on the field playing the sport. This is your type of game, right? What's interesting is that this also combines elements from different games like Slay the Spire, but also its own elements. For instance, I took a contract there where if I beat 3 combats in a row without being defeated, very tall task for someone like me, you get a lifeline, which is a bonus life, and you get a win strat. I don't know what's a win streak. What? Is there win streaking in this game? Really? I didn't know that. Oh. And that's pretty cool because you now get the ability to slowly but surely build up your team in a way that, how do I say this? It's like the choices that you could make vary a lot, but they also boil down to how you want to play the game. So your choices in terms of how you want to play through the game and how you want to build your team, which I think is interesting. This game's choices can be a little difficult to get your head around at first because it can feel very meaningless in many different ways. But the key is if you focus specifically on that idea of it's a game about making choices that will eventually benefit you and your team, then I think you start to hone in on what makes this game so special. It's all about the tactical and the macro experience. Every single part of this is about the tactical and macro experience. Other auto battlers might be sort of, it might give you like a mini game for some reason, or it might do some other weird thing, or it might, derail you with some of the choice, and it might give you some active controls, right? This is very much the pure side of what an auto battler is. It's purely the tactical experience. And I love it. You want more of this. And again, I'm not saying that games that give you more active options are bad. A game like Private Military Manager, for instance, gives you more active options, and it's a different flavor, but you just can't, you can't beat this feeling, man. This feeling of seeing your team take the #1 spot. And Pack is obviously a very bad choice to go for this because it's pretty hard, but I think it works well. Everything about this game just works so well. Take this. I will banish. That's a pretty crazy choice here. I could get Ugu. Ugu is pretty Ugu, actually. Ugu is pretty nice. Experiment H is pretty good. I don't know what they get, actually. You know what? Ugu. Can only be equipped to ranged units. Can only be equipped to... all spell damage the wearer deals is now increased by 35%. How about this one? What's the second one? 20% chance for an attack to be a critical hit. Can only be equipped to ranged units. And you know what? This game's crit items did disappear. Like, crit items no longer exist. That could be good. Because the snake has a bajillion attack range. Like, it doesn't matter if he gets that. And Ugu can just sit on him like a little, I don't know, like a thing. Okay, well,
that'll go well. I'm sure of it.
No, it's actually awful. It's terrible. It's... You know what? I'm not made to win this game. So how about we banish some units that are not a part of my strategy of Pack? I do want the Amanito because I'm already going for him. We'll banish these guys because I don't really care about them. And we'll try our best to get to a point where I can actually make something happen. I'll build the ring item right away because I don't want to wait too long. Because I feel like if I wait too long, I'm going to die. This foreign fruit, I have no clue who this could possibly be on. All spell damage the wearer deals is increased by 35%, but is now also mitigated by armor. I don't know what to do with that. He can die. It's fine. You can die. And I can go over here. And see, it's those choices like that. It's choices like that where you just play the game, you start it out, and everything's going downhill, and you think to yourself, there's no way out of this. that makes you go, this is a good game.
I'd almost forgotten about those. Care to play for them?
I can get a Devil's Deal, get a skeleton. I don't actually know if that's good. Is there any skeleton pack? No. But I could... No, let's just get the units and trade them for money. I'm gonna lose this either way, I think. But at least I can trade them for units. A unit placed here permanently transforms to another unit of the same rarity to start combat. That's really good. Also, it's not Amanito? I have a 2-star Sebastian? Oh, because he transformed. Oh. 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 I've already lost. Oh. That's not good. Please, Ugu, please enter my body, please. Thank you. But you know what? It's fine to lose this. I get some new items or some new units from the. I didn't know the Shadow Strike does this. But you see that? There's something interesting about the Shadow Strike mechanic, where it changes how you would go about the game. And now I've got this guy, so I can sell the Grundy, get a 4-star him, and see if I can maybe turn him into someone good. Get this, and before I roll, do another banish for another. I don't know. Save the packs. I need all the packs. So I have 1, 2, 3. I would like a Hugo actually.
You got it, right?
I'm gonna gamble this
you
and try to
gotta.
get the belt.
That's a bust.
That's a bust.
But the prizes are yours to keep.
And I can actually get to spend my money now. And there's even a reptile, which I don't know if it's very useful. Healing from the lifesteal does not heal the wearer immediately. Instead, charges up the infused for twice the amounts healed. Every 3 seconds, all sword healing is then sent to the most damaged ally. Why do I care about allies? Let's buy a sword. Now, last time I played this game, it was interesting because this game was very, very rough around the edges. I remember playing this game even early on when it first dropped. And there was a lot of different missing features, let's say, that made me sort of yearn for the full state of the game that it could have been. And now the game has really started to grow into itself, and I think it's done a great job at becoming something very interesting, let's say. I need to, you were gonna maybe give me some extra mana? I don't know. Brain Leech Pendant, that's actually really good, because his mana regen becomes whoever the host is, which is gonna be my snake. My snake. I'll do that, thank you. Maybe I'll do Ugu and Falderel. Because the snake is pretty good for damage. He has a lot of good stats. I need experience.
Go ahead.
Well, a team is few units at the other side. They heal 5% of the missing health every second. That was a bad choice.
Even stronger.
I need to transform him into somebody. So let's try this. He's currently Berserkered up, which is good. I have some fusion gems. Are you sure? Your E in 4th is ranged, but is placed in the front. Okay, sure. I'll just place him here. Fine. I never get the effect. Actually, Pack is really bad here because I never get the effect of his buff. Very nice. We have a tier 4 button, which is a very good tank early. Not really, kind of. He has damage. Ugu, why did you forsake me? Why did you go on to the other guy? Ugu, you fool! Oh my god, Ugu carried me. I forgot that he was still alive. I thought when the snake died, it was over. Wow. That was good. That was really good. Mana regen. He'll be displeased with me. When entering a combat room, gain a random temporary unique potion. Or you can get Mana Battery, which grants its mana to teammates. You seem kind of useless, actually. If you have more than 3, or we can get a Cisco, gains... sure. Tell me your tales. Tell me your cool little tales. Tell me your tales. I don't know what you're going to tell me, but I would like Mana Battery.
The sludge captain oozes foot by
Now, me
foot
playing this
with
game is going to be the
great
worst
swimming
introduction to this game, too, because I don't want to
towers
explain everything about this game again. We played this game like several times now, and every time I explain it, it's a good 3 hours of explanation. And I just came from taking a bunch of photos. But that's the beauty of games like this. You don't really need to know. You just kind of go into it and you just see what happens. and you see what is going on with these characters, and you see how these things, move around, and you realize that, hey, you can just enjoy the game for what it is without having to think about, the specifics. You can just enjoy the way that the game is flowing without needing to really delve deep into the mechanics of things, and you can just take part in it, if that makes sense. Like, it's very easy for you to just play with it. You should die because you're useless, and I think having a copy of you that dies is very nice. I would like a different tank. Your Ragnos the second is ranged. I know. Really now. He transformed into a Monty when I have a good Monty. That's really bad because I think I lose. Wait, maybe it's okay. I don't know. I keep getting disarmed. I lost. Oh, Pack is so hard to make use of. I've been trying to make Pack work for the last 8 hours of my life.
That's game over.
At 5 a.m., I had a spreadsheet. Like I had to map out the various combinations of what could become like a tier 2 trait with Pack. And it never worked out for me. So maybe I need to give up on the Pack. Because I don't know how to make it work. It's a nice chill time after Phyllis. Yeah, exactly. Like it's you fight for your life, you almost die, and then you go home and you watch somebody play this game, and I think it's it's a nice peaceful time. Obviously this game still has small bugs, even though the update. For instance, your item is completely mismatched here. Like the scythe is not the same as the ring, and I don't really know what to do about that. The vault item is correct though, and the bonus traits are correct. It's just some things are a little buggy, but if you ignore that and you just play the game, I think it's a lot of fun. Almost, we died a lot. I was trying to avoid it. But yeah, we did die a lot. To be fair, I don't think there would have been any photographer who wouldn't have died as much as us, right? Think about it. We were fighting for our lives. We did the most that anybody could have done. It was just a really hard time for us. I need them to assassinate this dude. And he's... Actually, he should try to... Can he suck someone else? One, because he sucks the furthest person away. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, you can suck the... Okay, suck the turtle to you. We can suck the turtle, and then these two can just punch him. Maybe I'll go Stalker. No, but I really do want to use a bonus trait. What's my bonus trait again? Blood did get changed. I could do Blood, but the Royal is also cool too. But I do like Horror. Who is a Blood? You're a Blood. Wait, what? Oh, you're a Blood. Oh, you're a Blood. Because Blood is now different. When you sacrifice someone, they also have a tier... Like, it used to be just like a single tier trait. Now it's two tiers. And you have early units for Blood as well, which actually get some buffs. And that's actually pretty good for me. And actually what I should have done is I should have gone Pack Blood. Actually, you wouldn't be able to, because you need 3. But I think Blood is still a good choice here, because you have some pretty good units to use for it. And you can double the items on all your Blood units. If I build them all damage, that could be good. Okay, maybe Royal is useless. If I go Blood, you have up to 6 items. You have up to 6 unit slots. This goes up to 5. I have 1 extra. I can go for a Mythic, which could be the Hydra, or... Okay, yeah. One thing that I will say, I kind of wish this game did have a team builder feature, which is a weird thing to say, but I like the idea of, that usability feature within TFT, where it gives you like a team builder thing to help you build your teams nicely. It's not even because like the game is necessarily fast. That game needs it because it moves so fast that you only have 30 seconds to make choices. In this game, you have an infinite amount of time to make choices, which is the best part of this game. You can think. You have time to think about your choices and the consequences of your actions. But I still want it because I'm old. I don't have the same mental acuity. I don't have the same ability to like see things. I need help. You're at least 2 stage 2 traits active. Your units gain 25% damage amp. I don't think that's possible. The closest I'd be able to do is maybe Mythic Blood. But that would need 1 more slot, and I don't think I can get that. Instead, I'll go Clover, because I can gain a unit that is unrestricted by the usual restrictions of the Blood mechanic. So, for instance, I can do a little bit of this. Actually, let me check. Of the Bloods, who would I want to keep? And saying that sentence and thinking about it, that was a funny sentence. Of the Bloods, who do I want to keep? What are you? You're a melee. You're a melee. You do what? You channel 5 draining pulses over 2 seconds, dealing 50 spell damage to foes up to 2 hexes away, and healing 50 per enemy hit. After channeling, the drain energy is expelled in front of us, doing 300 spell damage. Is a video? What's this video made for? Ads? Huh? I can't even see what's going on, man. Well, okay, does everything have a video? I've actually... Is this a new feature or is this an old feature? I feel like I've never clicked this. I've never seen this. It gets harder to see the more they zoom out. Like this is... Okay, you know, some of it is understandable. Maybe I'm just not smart enough for the game. Maybe. Which blood do I want then? Titus from Final Fantasy X, he launches a piercing tidal wave that deals 200 spell damage and pushes 2 hexes. Afterwards, he launches 1 mini wave that deals 100 spell damage. He's elemental and a mage. And mage is interesting because mages can dual cast, and there's even a mage tank. You know what? And you know what? I can get 2 of them because Wolfgang is really good because he's a tank. He actually gets bonus max HP and he heals per auto attack. So I can do this. I can do this. But then there's also Sargon of Middle Earth, which deal these bombs damage. I don't know. There's too many choices. Who do I not need for blood? Who's the worst blood? I found the worst blood. What's your name? Button. Sorry, Button. You're getting out of here. So, we'll banish Button. Because he's useless. No, I don't want him. I will also get rid of all of these high tier units to try to maximize my blood units for later. And I need at least 1 mythic, which is the Hydra. So this is good. Okay, bit of a risky move. You get sold. You get sold. You get sold. You get sold. You come here. You come here. And you come here. Use it on any allied unit to prepare them. Wait a minute. Any allied unit. Anybody can die. Sorry, Lightwing, you have to go. I need Corvid to stand there to tank until he can transform, and then maybe we can do something. Sorry, Lightwing, just deal with it. Sorry. I'm gonna gamble for some items again because this one is really nice to gamble for. If I can get an extra item slot, that could be really good. Oh my god, I got it perfectly.
Sometimes you just gotta risk it for the biscuit.
I could give everybody Claws of Haste. I don't know how good that is. I don't know how good that is. You need random rate and 2 lucky claw. Oh, dude. Well, yeah. Just give me every single. Yeah, just give me every single blood unit. Sure. Everybody. My team is so rare, but I can't do anything with this. Actually, I can. I can get a real tank, Kyo. Cause but then I lose blood. I would need him. But Kyo is good for my 6th unit. Maybe I don't go Mythic. But the Hydra is really good, and I don't want to sacrifice Kyo. You know what? You want to sacrifice someone who's shit and really easy to buy, who's cheap and that you can keep using. Because when you have 6 units, 5 are blood, you sacrifice your 6th unit to give your blood units even more damage. Yes. Okay, yeah, it's too much thinking. Let's just play the game. Too much thinking. I'm confused. Do we even win this? I don't know. It's looking pretty good. I think just through the raw fact that my units are so high tier, I think I just automatically win. Because they're all rare, I don't think there's a way for me to lose. Yo. Does that? Can I give it to him and he gives it to everyone else? Can I get everyone the ability to crit? I don't know if that works, but let's try it. Oh. Fuck! I'm too good at the game! I lost it! God damn it! I rolled too well! God! Get sold. I don't want you. The sword. So, the crit gloves are no longer there. It's the first time when you attack someone you do that bonus damage. Which isn't bad, because it's interesting to have that. I'm gonna do Eye of Insight on Lightwing. And maybe everyone gets like an Eye of Insight. I have no clue how this works. Might be okay, this might be bad. I'm not really sure. So all of them are gone. I can save my rerolls for now. Get some more Books of Banishment. The sword and the bow. On attack, fire a bolt. No, because okay, this guy really wants attack speed. This guy really wants attack damage. This one gives you attack damage, but you go invisible, which is bad. Because if he goes invisible, they're gonna not fight him anymore. And he's the only tank, which is bad. He wants attack speed. Oh, actually, no, it's not that bad, because then it's his turn to tank. Yeah. I can get the bonus of money. Start of combat, a random unit on each side is stunned for 15 seconds, frozen in ice. Really? That's really painful, man. Thanks. I don't know if I want that. Is there any blood tree? Oh, there's one blood tree. And if I get this banner, I could make a tree folk to make him even stronger, because tree folk sprout 5 times for max HP and attack. I could give it to him, and after he sprouts twice, he's basically the same as he was before, but then he gets a net buff after 3. And he also scales off attack damage. That's...
Let's find out what's faster. Your damage or my healing?
Probably neither. Buddy, he can't do anything, man. He can't do anything. Let him go. Let him go. No, he died without doing a single thing. Okay, so the game is aware that you can't do what I tried to do. You can't do that. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. As expected, though, this game is actually pretty well made. They just they ruined me. I can't do my trick. Okay, well, that's all the blood units still left in the pool. And now I really need to get all the blood units in this pool. So this is the other pool that I need to care about. Is there another mage that's better? Well, there was Morello, but oops. I could do Treek. No, but then either way it's going to die. Okay, well... Wait, no, Treek is good, because Treek gives me mage and tree folk. Wait a minute. Shit. Okay, well, don't do it now. See, this is the problem with games like this. I will say this. When a game is faster and it forces you to think less, you tend to do better because your thoughts aren't as good as you think they are. You know what I mean? I know my thoughts aren't nearly as good as they are. Holy shit, another tree folk banner. There's trees everywhere. There are trees everywhere. Yes. What does a buckler do? I don't know. Whenever the enemy attacks the wearer, ignite for 2 seconds. Whenever the side combat, lose 50% max HP, then become invulnerable for 7 seconds. That seems awful. Helm of Hatred. What does a buckler do? Is a buckler good? This is pretty good, I guess. Doing Sai. You know, how about wait. Side of 2. The Clovers can get me anyone, right? Who do I not have from this list? No one. I have I have all 5 blood units that I need. Well, I can banish Corvid. Corvid can go, and the dragon can come in. Because then I'm gonna go Treek for my Tree Folk Mage to get the double Mage bonus as well as the Tree Folk bonus. But do I need that? Let me think about this. Because I have 2 banners and a tree. I have a tree. I sound crazy. I have a tree. Yeah, of course I have a tree. I know I have a tree. It's my tree. Let me think about this. Make the glove. Cool. Starting mana. Good. He needs to transform soon. You become a tree. You become a I don't know if it's. I don't. What am I doing? What's wrong with me? I could be having something really nice here. If only I thought about this. Maybe this is good because then I can do this, and then everybody gets a wicked. Everybody gets a wicked saber. Every single person on my team gets a wicked saber for now, and then I just do a little bit of this. And that's a disaster. Alright. Tree Folk Mage. So I have 3 trees without the use of Treek. So I can sell Treek and actually keep the Fey Mage. Because the Fey Mage I can then use to build into the Fey. Because Corvid is a Fey. And then they help a random Fey and another random unit, granting 15 cost reduction, 3 mana regen, and 30 spell power. That's pretty good. Okay, think less. Think less. Stop the wrinkly brain stuff. It's not a good look. Go for EXP for the first minute of combat. I didn't even read that. Who cares? Just fight for your life. Good luck. Everyone gets a sword. This is the best strategy yet. Look at it. Everyone's so strong. The problem is that everyone goes invisible. I don't know about this one. If everyone goes invisible, what happens? Uh-oh. There's no way. Oh no. There's no way. He dodged my skill because of the swap. Oh no.
Close, but no cigar.
Was that close? Huh? Are you only saying that to make me feel better, buddy? That's cool, man. That's cruel and unusual punishment, man. Okay, so you're gone. Don't get rid of her yet. Just in case I can get something better. Treek is gone. I don't really care about him. Keep the Fey Mage for now. We'll do that. Give him another glove because I think he needs to attack faster to heal more. I don't know if I should invest more. I feel like it. Well, I mean, it doesn't really matter what I do. These are all tiered. I just realized my problem. These are all rare units that I can't roll for yet because I don't have the ability to roll for them. I would like to get more EXP per combat.
Why not befriend Prince Lelphus?
Or somebody could backflip. Ignores the next incoming attack, dealing 150 attack damage to the attacker. No. We get bonus EXP after each combat. We go into a boss fight. This is a terrible move.
Sludges earned his title.
You have to become a clone? Wait, this is perfect. They're useless. These dragons are useless. Who gets the mana then? He doesn't heal. What's his skill when he becomes a werewolf? He then rushes the foe who dealt the most damage, attacking 3 times. Wolfgang and the foe taunt each other, engaging in a duel. Maybe just give him more mana so he can transform immediately. Because he gets more... He gets the ability to keep on transforming and rushing someone. Am I sure my Lightwing is ranged? Trust me on this. You don't know the game like I do. It's working. It's working so well. It's actually... It's a little too well, actually. This is pretty broken. Wow. This is really good. Wow. Wow!
Well fought.
I'm in. You're about to witness my first ever win in the last 8 hours. I will say, something about this game too is that you can't play them while you're tired. Even though it's a very slow tactical game, it's a bit like chess. There's, without the help of a notebook, or, I don't know, was it, what did Magnus Carlsen say? Someone had like a dildo up their ass? Like, without the help of a notebook or a dildo up your ass, it's very hard to keep track of all the different permutations of other things, and to build a game plan for what's happening, right? It's particularly hard for an auto battler because every single encounter that you get is different, and it's like minute choices that may change how it plays out. For instance, your positioning, the way you drag some units across, that changes a lot of how fights sort of play out. But it's hard to sort of gain consistency in that when you also consider the various different effects like Shadow Strike and stuff. So, again, really great game, but no matter how slow it is, you're still grappling with the inability of yourself. Which in many ways is the most painful part of life.
Hey there. Where are we heading today?
Where am I going actually? Do I want to go to this guy to fight the Shadowmatic, which enters a rage mode, increasing attack damage speed by 50%? But I can get a power suit and a Zoltan, which I'll never use, an exciting fortune. Prospective fortune. After beating a boss, gain 3 mythical duplicators. Cautious fortune. After casting, the wearer gains 10 arm and heals 3% of max HP per second. What? Every 3 seconds, whenever the wearer gets a kill, permanently gains 2 attack speed. Wait, that's amazing.
Watch out for birds.
Watch
Here in
out
the
for
Clockwork
birds.
Factory, you'll find all manner of machinations, from the mundane to the magnificent.
What's cool about this game too is that the voice acting is very, very competent. I really enjoy the voice acting in this game. It's got a certain flair to it that you wouldn't really expect, but it's very nice and almost endearing in its own way. It's not super crazy or complex, but it's just enough to make you go, ah, yeah, that's like a funny line that someone said, right? Should I have you? I don't know if I should have you. I already have 5, so maybe I don't need you. Now, do I want to do 5 blood? Each enemy units lose 1% HP for each star point the sacrifice unit is worth. Shit. What? Each star point the sacrifice unit is worth? I think I banished all the higher star point units. Because then the goal is you want to get like a tier... You want to get like a blue unit, which costs 3 per unit. Do they cost 3? Do you cost 2? You do cost 2, yeah. So you would want to get a blue unit, make it all the way to tier 3, sacrifice it, because a tier 3 blue unit is 27 stars or something? That'd be 27% damage. But I banished all of them. Maybe I shouldn't have banished the Morello. Okay, we'll do it for a tier 2. Is there any tier 2 Mage Fae? There's a Mage Skeleton. He's divine. He's absolutely divine. He's absolutely... You're a skeleton! Well, who's a divine? Okay, well, no one, because I took out all the divines. Okay, fuck it. I guess we just get the skeleton bonus. Alright, well... My friend, whenever playing TFT, he always says this particular phrase.
The
Pivot!
little support from the sidelines.
This isn't looking too good. Wait, no, it's going very well. I think just the addition of the Double Mage is pretty good. He does take a long time to cast, though. Like, I probably should have given him the starting mana item. But everyone else on my team does so much damage that it's not too much of a risk. Well, this solved every single problem that I've had so far. Okay. Alright, so... What do? I'm too good now. Like, what do I do? I can go Elemental. What is Elemental? Wait, Elemental Vanguard. Wow. Your units in the front 2 columns gain 10 armor and a 15% max health shield at the start of combat. Wow. Other units gain 20 spell power. Wow. Vanguards gain both. Wow. What's Elemental do? Elemental increases the red value on elemental skills by 100% and gives them 200 max health. Wow. He launches 2 waves. Okay, well, that's... Okay, cool. All my problems are solved. Wow. All it took was a little engineering. Just a little bit of thought, you know, just a little bit of engineering, just a little bit of finagling, you know, changing the details, and it all works out in the end. We're going to try to get this contract can be churned in when you win the combat without any of your units dying. That's a bit difficult for me. It's a bit difficult. This contract can be churned in when you charge the attack lodestone by 30 times. I'd rather you give me the... Oh, wait, how about I just do this? How do I unprepare him? No, please stop preparing, please. Please stop, please. Unprepare yourself. Unprepare yourself! Please! Whatever.
There's always time for another adventure.
I doubt he needs to attack. I highly doubt he needs to attack. He gains mana naturally. Right? Look. Exceptional casting spells has 65% mana regen than other units, but lower max health. Pretty good. At the start of combat, one of your units and one of the travelers swap places. That's good because it gives me XP and a mana item. or 20 seconds in the combat, a meteor impact stuns all units for 5 seconds and deals 250 spell damage. But he probably has some way to become immune. Both are awful. But I have 5 traits. I have 5 traits active? That's insane. What? Do I want the mana? I do want the EXP though. I think I can deal with the swap.
Pain into power.
Yeah, pain the power. Yeah. I like that idea. Pain the power. Let's see this. If I lose, we can still live. We have 4 hearts. My mage swap places with their melee. That's actually crazy. I've lost everything. I've lost everything. I've lost everything. What's that noise? Is that him? Oh, it's my Wolfgang. Wow, my Wolfgang's a monster.
Match well played.
So, what's your sets? 4,000, 3,000, 500. He almost got beat by Kragus, actually. It's not looking good for me. Okay, I waste a heart there, but that's fine. 7 attacks left. I can get one of these bad boys. Ideally, it'd be the attack item. Yes, I have choice. I can either go growth this or growth that. Whenever the wearer survives combat, this item gains 2 cost reduction up to 20. Doesn't really change much. And spending 150 mana, the wearer gains 6 mana regen and 25 spell power. That's 2 casts. No, it's better to go for this. He can also steal mana though. The wearer's basic attacks steal 2 mana from struck targets. He attacks so fast, my Wolfgang, that he can prevent a single unit from ever casting. That sounds amazing.
Ooh, I'm eager to see how that works out for you.
Yeah, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love what I'm doing with this. It's amazing. Let's go for this. I think I save my stars until I get to tier 3 units as well as my free rerolls. When struck with an attack, units deal 30 spell damage to their attacker. He then heals 24.
I can
That's
sweeten
fine.
you up, if you can pay the price.
I'll pay the price. I'll get the bell, which lets you summon the unit.
These when I
I think this is doable. I think this is doable.
look at them.
It's just very risky. But that Mono Steel is gonna come in very handy. Okay, he's dead. Okay.
It's not too bad. You can definitely come back from this.
No, I can't. No, I can't. Okay, well, I have a, I can summon the Tree Folk, I guess. You can have this. He dies anyway, so it's good. Now, which one of these do I get? This contract can be checked when the enemy dies within the first 5 seconds of combat. I get Adrenaline Rush, which is a perk, which gives me 5 seconds of 50% damage amp. Honestly, that's just worth it. Let's try
If it
it.
isn't out of your way, there's no reason not to help.
That may be the hardest. Tidus, why have you forsaken me? Why must you be stuck behind whatchamacallit? The thingamabob, the curse. How about we go? There's a blood banner, but I can't get that. I can go for dagger. I can go for glove shield, which gets me soul burn. Does max health damage. I really want the lifesteal scythe to give him even more on-hit healing. If I can get the scythe, life is a cruel, unending mistress, and never will I be happy ever again. Take this. Thank you. Get stored mana, 100 sword mana to start combat, and grants as much as they can to the wearer until the mana is full. After the 10 sword mana is fed per second to the wearer until depleted. That's pretty good. Am I gonna lose? Probably. Did I get a Tidus? I did. Okay, perfect. We are in the game. That's... Wow. Nice. Okay, so... Nice. Cool. After a unit's third cast is combat, they heal all HP and gain 30% attack damage. Traps are placed in the back line and sprint tokens in the front line. Let's just do this. It gives me
Throw
XP.
yours right onto the scrap heap.
I can easily win this. Third cast is easy too because my units get so much mana now. Look, he's not doing anything. He's not casting. He was stuck. And he steals mana from them, so they don't even get the cast. which is great. Right, he's still stuck because of the load zone. Two prismatic crystals, which can transform to any component until it is unequipped. Until it is equipped. I also get jumpers. Whenever you use moves into a new space against use attack speed. Gain 1 curse. Units gain 1 mana regen per curse. Your star point rolls are now power rolls, which is in duplicates. When you use cast for the 3rd time each combat, they gain a shield for 30% of their max HP. I don't really like curse. Obtain a random powerful artifact found in Dungeon Tales. Equipped unit counts twice towards traits, but dies when combat starts. That's amazing. He dies anyways. I get a royal for free? Oh, royal's useless, because if the unit dies, I don't... Oh. Gain the Royal's Crown, a special equipment that tears up a royal unit and grants gold if it survives combat. He's getting sacrificed as soon as he spawns in. That's unfortunate. I should have maybe gone for the Wolfgang, but that's fine. We the Willow. That's good. Robots Gone Wild. I think this is new. You pause in the intersection at the sound of yelling and screaming coming from the main factory floor. You watch someone races down the hallway, followed by another, and then another. So the mob of people are fleeing some unseen force. It only takes a moment to find the cause. Seems a number of Rubicon Industries machines have gone haywire, and they're terrorizing the employees. They can't be safe for work. Persuasion. Well, I was really bad at persuasion.
It's not all bad.
Sure. You soon discover the source of their terror, and it is a truly frightening sight. Chasing the personnel, armed with water guns and pastries, are clowns. Crazed, robotic clowns. You lure them into a tiny supply closet hiding along the ceiling until they have all piled in. As you escape, you wonder how they all fit into such a small space. In a nearby room, calls for help barely overcome the sounds of whirring and grinding. I get a free glove. That's actually really good for my Sargon, because he's my secondary damage dealer. But then I have 5% less spell power. That's not good. A young engineer is pleading with a console, begging it to turn off. As you come in, he bids you good luck and rushes out of the room, leaving you with a rogue network. Rather than risk pushing the wrong button, you reach behind the console and unplug it. Unfortunately, you snag a bare wire and give yourself a little jolt in the process. And I feel like they've even improved the text effects, because the text effects are really nice now. Like, really, really nice. This one in particular is really hard to do if you think about it, because you need to do it in a way that they never ever go into the other letters lane, which you kind of know based on like the layout of the text. You can get like the bounding box of it, but even then, how do you do a motion in a way that really emphasizes what it should feel like? Because this movement feels a little more wild than this one even. With the crisis averted, you notice a broken down power suit and move to get a closer look. No one would notice if it's missing if you can repair it. And power suit is this thing which gives me the damage amp and damage resistance for the first 15 seconds before it malfunctions and stuns someone. 19 was really close. It takes 5 gold, so I get 1 gold net. I don't know if that's good, but I don't feel bad, so maybe it's fine. I don't know what to feel. Who would benefit from this? Who would benefit from scaling over time? Technically, Sargon would benefit the most from scaling, right? Sargon of Sauron, of the Middle Earth.
His buzzsaws are as sharp and deadly as his body is rusted.
I'm assuming this is good. I'll be back in a moment. I have to go open the door. Sorry. I swear we have like a Schrodinger's fire alarm. So we have a fire alarm that it's one of those fire alarms that has a battery, but you do not allow to change the battery. So on the back of the thing it says, after 10 years, when the battery dies, just throw it out. And I'm like, oh, okay. I feel like it's easier to just change the battery, but they don't let you. Because to change the battery, you have to open the whole thing. But when I opened it, like the battery's inside. It's like stuck in there. Like I don't really know a way to get it out without breaking the thing. Okay. But it hasn't been 10 years and it's already beeping. But when it beeps, it's supposed to say low battery, but it's not saying low battery. But it's also not saying there's carbon monoxide, nor is it saying that there's a fire. It's just beeping. And I don't know if I'm dying or if I'm safe. I don't really know what to feel. I don't know what to feel about this. So if you hear a fire alarm, or you hear just some beeping going on, just don't worry. As far as I know, I'm going to survive. Maybe. I don't know. This team is really good. I think the gnome works if I can get the ability to pull a unit early. I think if you don't get the ability to pull a unit early, it gets a lot harder. Trying to get level 2 traits multiple times, like 2 level 2 traits, and then trying to pivot that into pack, which is mostly made of tier 1 units, so the normal units, no green units, and then all rare units. I think that was just a bad move, because it's heavily front loading and back loading my team, and because I don't get the ability to pull the blue units until later, and so late, your early game is super rough, even with the bonus units, because you can't really get any bonus trait builds unless you get very lucky like I did. Or maybe I'm just gaming the system, but well, that's for you to figure out. Get him. Another Wolfgang. Good. We now have 5 blood. We get this, we go in, and we see how this goes. I feel like we have a fairly good team comp here in terms of what I would want for my team to do. I feel like I have a really good amount of levels on everyone that I need. I finished the contract, so my units can attack now. Use more elbow grease or replace for a new one. Please don't just leave it alone. You know what's funny? So it was beeping since last night, right? But I did that thing because I'm so used to this. This is just how my family lives. Is we used to never really replace them. So we're replacing it now. But last night it just kept on going off. But I eventually zoned out of it. That when I was walking around checking out the place and just sort of being at home, I didn't even notice. And then my dad, he was like, "You hear that beeping?" And I was like, "What beeping?" And then it went beep, and then he was like, "That." And I was like, "What beeping?" Because I just don't hear it anymore. I'm that kind of person who just leaves it there and just lets it beep as much as it wants. And I don't even care about how it sounds. I don't even care if it's like annoying. I just live my life knowing that, you know what? At least it's doing something. At least it's working, right? I'd be more worried if it was silent after the beeping. But again, I don't know what to do, because the thing says you can't replace the battery. I look inside. I don't think I can replace it without breaking the thing. And I have to get a new one, but the new one is like 20, 30 bucks. So I'm like, I don't know if it's worth it. It's low on battery. If it stops, then it's ran out. Yeah, but that's for future me to deal with, right? The me of today, I only have to care about things like, oh, can I sleep at night with the beeping? Can I sleep at night with the beeping? Is the beeping going to bother me? In combat rooms, Hex the frontmost column gains the Gemini modifier. Unit placer creates a tier 1 copy of itself. Does that work for him? Do I get a free Kragus? Do I get a Kragus? I don't know if this works. Let's see if I can get a copy of a Kragus, because it would be interesting. But yeah, so far I'm still alive, so I can safely say that it hasn't killed me yet. I'm still good, right? Nothing bad has happened to me. In combat rooms, a random hex gains the Spell Slinger modifier. Sure. Really? At the front? You're gonna do this to me? Really? Cool. This I need to go into the Mallet of Mashing. Right? No, what was I gonna do? Oh, right. The gloves to gain more lifesteal. Or the scythe. Scythe? He's a lifesteal monster. He steals mana. He has 1,000,000 range. Gets 30 starting mana. And he gets more attack speed. Okay, good. Oh my god, I get a free Kragus. He actually lives. The Kragus gets to live. Oh, that's perfect. Why is everyone silent? Who's silencing me? Stop silencing me! Why am I silenced?
You've lost this game, but with all you've learned, I'm sure you'll win the next one.
I haven't learned anything. I don't even know what silence Titus every 5 seconds. Okay, new strategy. We gotta try again. Sorry, the fire alarm beeping got me, right?
There's barely a place to walk here that isn't a grave, so watch your step.
Oh my god, I got a starting Falderal. Starting Falderal. It's a Trickster game, and Trickster's actually got... I like this change to Trickster especially because they increase the amount of units that are applicable. So you get Morita as well as the Fairy, which I forget her name. Storm, I think, got slightly a change as well. Some units are in now. I think there's more damage dealers or something. Divine is the same. Actually, maybe I do want to go potions. Because I can go for any of these. I can even go for like well, Trickster I can do with the mythical bonus pretty well, but then I have one extra slot. And it does scale pretty early. Divine Blessings is pretty good. Storm is really nice though. If it's being swayed, then it's all good. You think they beat Way in advance to give you time, and it's attached to the mains, then it will always work as long as the house has power. So what's interesting is that this one... So again, that's why this one is so paradoxical to me, because the one that we have has no reason to sound like this. Because like everything that you said is the way that every fire alarm that we've ever had worked, right? But then we were just like, let's just try this new one. A disaster. Don't ever try something new. Never... What did Homer Simpson say? Homer Simpson said never try. Do you know why he said never try? He didn't say it for fun. He said it because you should never try, okay? Because when you try to go into something new, you realize that everything that you've ever known doesn't make any sense. Well, why don't I go Marksman? I already have a pretty good Marksman there. Fires 3 piercing fireballs that deal 200% of its attack damage. But I really want to make Divine work. Or Storm even. Storm actually would be amazing because Zafin is pretty good at what he does. Did you hear that beep? Was that me or was that the beep? I think that was the louder beep because it's currently being changed. I've been told that I don't have to help, so it's fine. So, but yeah, so oh you did. Okay, sorry. But yeah, so the thing is, right? Every fire alarm that we've ever had works the way that you said it is, right? But the fire alarm that we have is a whole different system. I don't know why they did like this. It's not even connected to mains, which is the weird part. It has this whole system. The batteries are meant to last like 10 years, and it's not connected to mains, and so it's like I don't really know what to do. I don't really know what to think about it. It's a very strange system. Like you would think you would choose one way or the other, but it seems to be in this like in-between place, trying to do two different things, and then it doesn't really do either of them very well. I don't get it. Personally, I don't get it. Nothing really makes sense about the system. Maybe keep the Storm, but I do want the XP, and I do want Trickster, so we'll do this for now. All I know is I'm still alive. I'm still alive. Yeah, so if you do hear beeping, just know that everything's fine. We just don't know why it's beeping. But as far as I can tell, my theory is it's running out of battery, but it doesn't do the message correctly, and so... What I'm trying to say is never buy a battery-powered thing. Always buy the wire-connected one. Always. We have them already. The problem is that when we first moved in here, we didn't hook them up because it ran to a security system that was disabled. So I had to re-enable the security system by shorting the board to reset it, to like flash it with a new system because it's a whole different board. Because I was too lazy to buy a new one. And I did that, but I never bothered to fix it. My life is... I'm just stop talking now. I don't know what to do with this fire alarm. Everything's confusing to me. I don't know why my life is like this.
One good turn deserves another.
Just don't question it. Just don't react. Just don't react to it. It's fine. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. Everything's fine. I'm not dying. Things are good. I'm fine. Things are fine. I'm not dying. Things are good. Beep, beep, beep. It's actually incredibly annoying. Plus 40% health. The wearer is immune to crowd control. When the wearer reaches 50% health each combat, obtain a potion. Yeah, of course. For free? Beep, beep, beep. Beep, beep, beep. I'm living in a comedy skit, I swear. No, okay, so about that mains thing too. So, you know I said that we have a mains fire thing that's already installed, like a fire alarm? So now we have two sets of fire alarms, both in the same places, and they're both on. The one is a shitty battery, one is like a good system. I don't know what to do. At some point, it got so complicated that I think I gave up mentally. I was just like, I don't want to deal with this anymore. I was like, this is just too. It's just too much now. It's just too much. Never try. Okay, so Trixie sucks. we've now established that Trickster sucks. So what I want to do instead is I want to go Divine, because I now have a Divine unit. 2 Divines, and I can go for this. So we have 2 Divines, 1 dude in the front, 1 dude in the back. We can go for Spare a Mask. Holy shit, we can go for Spare a Mask. We can go for the Forever Sight, which I actually like this as an effect in the game because it gives you like scaling power. You get 20% life steal, you can gain more, 50% max health shield, and then damage, amp, and resist. Which is really good for the mask because you get so much life steal at the front loaded. Oh my god, yes. And I get a free potion that I can use this combat.
Raise the stakes. You'll be properly rewarded.
Is it still going? No? Okay, good. We're free. We're free now.
Say hello to the wonders from down under.
And what's funny is that I'm not doing anything wrong necessarily with these systems. Like I have actually been successfully working on these systems for a while now, and it's supposed to be like pretty good. The house that we got that was just in a weird state of disarray. Like it's even so there's cameras in this house too, but I didn't know where they were. But I saw the wires, and the wires. The reason why I knew where they were is because they came out of the wall in a random place. And I just saw this like broken down hole in the wall, and I asked the person, I was like, "Is this normal?" And they were like, "Yeah, don't worry. Even though the hole looks unfinished, that's actually a finished hole. It's for the wires." And I was like, "What does that even mean, man?" So everything about this house is just it's very sketchy. It's just a confusing place. The only thing that I know is this: we won't die. As far as I can tell, we won't die. Because the house, it's not like it's not bad. It's not gonna go on fire or anything. We're gonna be okay. It's just a little confusing here and there. It's not really clear why it does like even a fraction of these things. It's just sort of weird. Capri leaps behind the furthest enemy, gains a 300 shield. I was gonna get blitz shot, but if he doesn't really get infinite attack range, he just goes in melee range, so it doesn't really matter. You'd be worried if there was still an old camera still working. I was worried about that, so I checked everything, and I thought this one thing was a camera, but it was a motion sensor. I don't know what cameras look like, but as far as I can tell, it's fairly safe. Like there's nothing weird or sketchy going on. It's just everything is a little wonky in this house. Everything's just a little wonky in this house. I don't really have a good explanation for what's going on here. I just know that things are going on. I just know that things are happening. Drop this on a friendly unit granted 6 mana region in this combat. If it's divine, it also gets plus 40 spell power. How about I go duelist? Because that gives me 30% attack damage. Why not just try this for now? I don't really need him yet. I'll do this. I'll lose my free zombie, because my zombie doesn't really do much. That's a really good roll of items. Wow. Yeah, but that's so good. I don't get the bonus slot though. Shit. I think it's okay. But yeah, I've been trying to figure out why this house is so weird for a while now. And as far as I can tell, it's just because, just like an old house. It's fascinating to me because it's one of those things where with old houses especially, it's like it's effectively a labor of love for a long period of time. And then at some point, somebody stops caring about the love, and they just kind of do things for the sake of doing things. And they tried their best, given what they had. But when things are DIY, there's always like a variable amount of stuff that you can find. Like you never really know if what you're going to find is a good or a bad thing. You just know that it's there, waiting for you in the walls, and you have to deal with it at some point in your future very soon. Not that that's like the worst thing ever, but it is enough to make you sort of like stop and go, okay, maybe there's a different way about this. And if you noticed, actually, that sentence was a lot about nothing. Get the head bed down. No worries. Thanks for the game and stream. Thank you as well, and thank you for showing up to the headliners. That was a lot of fun. Good night, sleep tight, and I'll see you soon. Okay, but I'm gonna see you soon. Sorry, that was also a weird sentence. I don't know why I said that. Sorry, that was creepy. It's like, yeah, I'll see you soon, buddy. It's like, oh, listen, we don't even know each other, man. I don't think this is working. I'm not getting enough life steal. I maybe should have given the mask to Falderall, because he may have been cooler with those items. However, look at this life steal. He's not dying. He's invincible.
No matter how long the journey is, there's always useful experience.
Talking about crazy house stuff. Your oldest but the first house had a light switch in the lounge downstairs that turned the shower off in the bathroom upstairs? That is a cruel and twisted button. Because,
Man and
yeah,
machine
why do you
work
need
together
that?
in harmony.
You know what? I can see the thought process. And the thought process is this. POV, you have someone in your house who's taking too long of a shower and they're ruining your water bill, okay? And the water bill is it's going bad, all right? And so to punish them while they're gone, instead of having a conversation or talking to them, you install a switch that turns off the shower to annoy them. I get it. I get it. I would do the same. So this one has Corrupted, which is a new effect. And I actually do like Corrupted. You get Corrupted units, which I didn't understand at first, but Corrupted is the trait. So you get these trait units. And Curse, and you also get, because you get the bonus units, you can get up to tier 4, maybe even tier 5 units. And units gain 40% max HP and 4 mana regen if they're tier 4 plus. Have I encountered Omnis positivity? Not yet. I've been trying my best to, but so far, nothing at all. Actually, this is really good. We even get the start of Corrupted, which is really good. You get Chester, which is a mythic. I can get 2 mythics. Well, what are my mythics? My mythics are Hugo, Proton, and Hydra. Protons? And the neutrons? And the electrons? I'm gonna use that idea at some point. Like, I'm gonna try that system. I'm gonna install like a shitty switch somewhere that forces everyone to, spend less water. That's honestly, you say it's weird, I say it's genius. There's something it's the kind of engineering that makes the world go round, right? It's like off access, but it is going round. It's so good. Maybe that's why in Canada we have to take this test. So what's funny is that in Canada, when you become an engineer, you're forced to take this iron ring because there was an incident at some point where a bridge made of shitty iron fell. And so they made these rings from the iron of that bridge to give to people to almost remind you to not make the bridge fall. So that keep, it'd be nice to keep the bridge afloat, right? The thing is, though, is that there's nothing really stopping you from just ignoring that and still making the bridges fall. And it's not even like it's necessarily like it's a bad thing, but no one's gonna know about it. You know what I mean? Like, you can just keep on doing it. Yes, you've seen one. They're designed to be uncomfortable to wear. Yeah, exactly. Like it's just everything about it is like designed to be awful, and so it's like
You could lose.
but like that.
You could also.
But that's why they give it out, right? Is for people like me who would say, I don't need this. I'm a genius. I can do it myself and I'll do whatever I want. And all of a sudden, there's like a power switch going to my shower to turn off someone else's like light inside the shower. Is it turning off the light? Or is it turning off the water flow? I forgot to ask. Like, which one is it? Is it during the light or is it during the water flow? Because one is significantly funnier than the other, if a little bit more dangerous. I don't mind losing him because I do need a Hydra and not him. I think it's also good to give the scythe over to my Chester, because my Chester could become a monster. Yes. And my Spider, because he is a defiler, he can defile people and do AoE damage by stunning them with his web and dealing 300% attack damage as physical damage. That's pretty good. Passive. He has a new passive. After attacking a stunned or hobbled enemy, Spittleton gains 2 attack speed for the rest of... Holy shit! When Grundy casts or attacks a hobbled foe, his next attack hits another attack. Holy shit! Well, you shouldn't have that item. It should go to Grundy. Wow. Ghouls have 30% life steal and convert 50% of overhealing to bonus spell damage on the next attack. Wow. I'll go Defiler for now. I could go a bunch of things. I could go Defiler, Ghoul, Engineer is useless with no work. Engineer, they start with ammo, they deal more damage. Wait, each Engineer gains a 20% max health shield, that's new. Then grants a turret 3 attack damage for each tier above 1, that's also new. When Engineers cast, that's the same. Every third shot also hits adjacent foes. Orcs are the same. Wow, this is a really good build actually. Wow, I didn't realize they changed so much with the game. Reading really does work. But yeah, I do like that about houses. Like, there's something funny about older houses that have been slowly built up by one person or maybe like a group of people. You never really know what to expect. And I enjoy that aspect a lot because it's the kinds of things that wouldn't make sense otherwise, but the fact that you get to see it and experience it, it really goes to show just how much of the world doesn't care about OSHA. like workplace safety.
I knew you had it in you.
What's funny is I showed my friend the wiring, and I was like, "Hey, do you think this will cause a fire?" And he was like, "Now that I'm having a child, I wouldn't want to live there." I was like, "Okay, that's a very good way of saying yes, it will." So, you know what? Maybe you know, if you want to litmus test something, be sure to ask your friends who have children too. Wait, he's weird. Do you want mana, and do you want attack damage? Actually, I swear he used to be non-attack damage. I swear he used to be physical damage. Whenever the wearer casts, gains 1 spell power permanently. It's actually really good. Because it's every percent of spell power. That's actually not that bad. But he does want attack damage. So my items for him right now are terrible, because this thing doesn't do anything for him. I thought he was spell power. Because they switched them. So who do you go to? You do spell damage, but are you a good spell damage dealer? I don't think so. How about I get this item first, and then I think about it. I can get more attack speed, which technically is more mana. I can also get steal mana, which is also really good, but it's only, yeah, you know what? Okay, yeah, more attack speed.
Repairing.
So
That'll do
this,
nicely.
can I get 1 more corrupted? If I get to the shop, I can get 4 corrupted, which doesn't do anything for me. Huh. But I can get the Hydra, which does do something for me.
I could spice this
Huh.
fight up a little.
Ghoul Banner? Ghoul Banner? Get the Ghoul unit. I can keep Chester on Defiler. There's something there. Isn't working out. This isn't working out. Though my Chester is gonna be pretty strong. The spider is being hit. The spider is being hit. The spider is being hit. I was destined to lose.
Just like I planned.
I was destined to lose for the sake of trying to get a really good unit with the ghouls. So now that I have Ghoul Banner, what does this do? It lowers the unit stats themselves, but gives me the Ghoul trait, which will make my Grundy stronger. And Grundy is a good damage dealer, and he also hobbles people. The healing is also good, because technically on a tank you get to heal more. He gets the Forever Scythe, which is really good, but I don't want him to lose the stats. But the healing could help him stay alive in case he doesn't get there. But I'd rather go onto this guy, the Torque, because even though he's very weak, it's safer than losing my main tank, which would be worse.
What goes around, comes around.
I can't believe I got a free Hydra. I should have waited, because then I could have done this to get the free Hydra, but oh well. I can get Pochino for free, I guess. Oh shit, who goes away then? I guess you go away, sure. So who gets the thing? Fusion Gem? 2 of these? Sure. Another Scythe? Really good.
My demons will tear yours apart.
Okay,
before the
use
Lord
this.
is even summoned.
You don't need this. You don't need this. With the Scythe, I can go for the Scythe Sword item, which is this bad boy. When you deal any damage, they gain 0.5% attack damage up to 100% max. Which for him is really good, because as a spider, he likes to do damage. Okay. This makes the Blasting Wand. What does the Hydra do again? Lashes with 3 heads dealing 60 spell damage. Each hit triggers the Hydra traits on hit effects of all three types. What? Oh, but that's a skill, right? 10 mana gain. Okay, so what's your current type? Current head spiked. Gain 20 armor. Heal 5%. Okay, so it's the same Hydra thing. I can make it go fiery, which has attack damage and spell damage, or I can do this to get extra mana. I think we go armor, because you're now a ghoul. You're now a ghoul. Good luck. Okay, who gets this? Who gets this? Am I really gonna be okay? Am I really gonna be okay? I have the Forever Scythe. Should I put the Forever Scythe? No, but it's really good on him. Oh, you know what? The Forever Scythe should have gone on Grundy. Oops. How about unless I Hail Mary it? That's pretty good, actually. After casting, set your attack speed to 400 for the next 3 attacks. And because he hobbles a foe, he hits them way faster. And it doubles the attacks for those 3 attacks, because they're hobbled. Okay? You're kidding me. Why are you here? Look at him go. He's so good. Grantilda. Grandissimo. Grundy the Hun. Oh, he's dead. Oh no, I'm gonna lose. He heals max health damage. I can't break his item with Chester, because Chester can steal items, because boss heart items and leader heart items can't be stolen. The problem is that I don't think Chester can heal enough to survive, but he does have the bonus of the Feather Sight. Okay.
A solid victory.
Oh. We're okay. We're okay. A spider? I'm almost done my chest. This is a very good game. This scythe can make this item, the Whispering Blade. I almost have Contract Killer for because my spider... Somebody's killing a lot of units. Who does the most damage? Really? Chester? Oh. Oh. What do you do? Okay, what can this build into? I don't know. I could burn people. This is mostly a tank item as well as a spellcaster item. So maybe this is actually better on Chester. Sure. We can get Modular Tech, which would have been nice to have before, but it's too late. Frisky is actually an amazing unit because he's a lot of lifesteal, but he's a tome. And really, you'd want to have him have tome because he then gets a lot of lifesteal and attack damage scaling. But why bother with that when I can just get free items?
Living proof that if you have enough brains, you get Brawn for free.
And the components are useful because you can build any item from those components. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is going to be fine.
Shut it down.
What? Someone left one the what? The what? The what? I need to kill this thing as fast as I can, these conduits. Because every time these things cast, he gets stronger with more attack damage. And if he AoEs, I'm going to lose. So I gotta kill them as fast as I can. I don't mind dealing with the ads later. I mind dealing with the boss when he gets super buffed. Because that's gonna be a problem. Holy shit, Gruntilda did so much damage. Grandissimo. Look at that. He's like a chainsaw. He's like a lawnmower or something. That's crazy. Good. And gain a glove component. Your units with an equipped glove or glove component, a glove complete item gain a 10% chance to attack twice. Yes. Of course. Give me that. This is the best run yet.
Hey, how's it going?
Now I need to figure out what to do. I do have a lot of curse that I need to get rid of. Omamori does give you 3 incenses and lets you get rid of curse. But this place otherwise sucks because it's mostly spellcasters, which isn't a lot. And I don't know if I want to do that. This one lets you summon more units. The problem is I have too many units. I don't think it'll really help me. However, there's a lot of different choices for how I could go about this. And it does give me the spare mask, which, I mean, this is the one. On Grundy, spare mask, we go the Forever Scythe. That's the winning play. Ooh. You were pretty tanky, sure. I still can't get this in because my spider didn't kill 3 people. Okay, so we'll get more EXP. I think it's fine to lose my items here because I need the bonus EXP, and then it lets me reshuffle my items for free later, which is pretty good. Every single person that could kill me is down here, so both my tanks over here, all my damage dealers go up here. This is a good position. This is raw stat difference. Just pure positioning and pure unit composition play. Because of this board's effect, I'm gonna lose. Oh, it's over. Oh, it's over. I'm nothing without my items. Nothing. Oh, I'm nothing without my items.
I'm afraid I'll be taking the victory for this round.
Yes, you did take the victory. So I have an extra... Well, no, I don't have an extra. I don't have an extra chest, but no. Hydra goes in. Now I can rebuild my units a bit better. So Spider still gets most of the damage items. He's still my permanent scaling unit. Give him the gloves to eventually become Thunder Dirk, which is going to help a lot. It's sort of a synergistic scaling. Get rid of the Fervor Sight and put it onto Grundy instead. Get the Ghoul Banner onto the Torque, because he's the one that I don't really care about him surviving. It's not that he's a bad guy, he's just, it's not that good. Apply Shock. At 10 stacks of Shock, remove them all and deal 250 spell damage to the target. Wow, that's amazing. Okay, yeah, sure, give this to him. A Library. This thing gives me EXP and gives me potentially a free level.
Only one way to find out
And I
now.
do like levels. The key is that, yes, if I can get the EXP to get to the next level for free, I can then keep the book when I get to the point where my EXP required is at 10. This is pretty good. And I might even be able to field a Scrapper, because Corrupted is 4, Mythic is 2. Next one, I don't know about this one. Because Scrapper, the bonus is really good for Grundy, because every 5 hits, the next attack becomes a combo, which basically crits and deals max health damage, and he has so much attack speed that he gets the 5 hits super quickly. That might be amazing. That's a very Hail Mary move. I don't know if that's going to work, but it's worth it to try. I'm getting free Corrupted units, but I do want to try and roll these Grundys even more, because technically every Grundy that I get is a Grundy that is going to become a buffed monster at some point. The items I get don't matter because I can always make them something else because of the prismatic thing. So it's always going for something that can help me get stronger later. Because the items I can always reroll, or a fight that I can take. I don't want to disable my trait bonuses because I'm nothing without my traits. But I do want to do this with the Spring Token. I get the gold as well as the XP.
You'll taste their venom.
Okay, that's a lot of theory crafting, but I think I'm good. You go here. These 3 will fight here. You stay up there. I'm pretty sure we win this. Oh shit, there's Stalkers. But Torque has the Ghoul bonus. Look at that. He's just shredding these... Okay, well, it's over. Wait! Grundy! Look at that healing! Look at the snake. Monty's dead. Look at that Grundy. Oh my god, Grundy's so good. Do. Okay, this isn't looking good anymore. The tanks are quite tanky. Oh, thank god. Okay, it's over. He gets to stay onto the token that gets him healing. Nice.
The better player won this day.
Perfect. We have 2 tier 4s. So, if I get full Corrupted, tier 4 units gain 40% max HP and 4 mana regen. If I throw him in, he gets this bonus as well, because it's not just Corrupted units, it's any unit that is tier 4 plus. So now my Chester gets the bonus max HP, 40%, and the mana regen. My Torque gets that as well. Everybody on my team gets that, except for... Actually, no one... Okay, only a handful of people get that. I exaggerated, sorry. Oh... You're too far from my grass. Oh, Killtacular, good. So now we get Slayer. So Slayer gives you, in the frontmost column, gains the Slayer modifier, which gets you max health on kill healing and 20% attack damage, which is great for Grundy. I love when a good plan comes together. I just love it. Yep, make some gloves. I don't know why I'm buffing him first. Should I buff him first? Yeah, let's just do it. Now, get the mask. The Maskus mask for free. And then when the warrior heals or shields another ally, that ally gains 20% attack speed. No. We then gain the ability to gain a 15% max cost reduction. That's pretty good, actually. No, we do a zombie finger.
Would you be so kind
Zombie
to
finger,
deliver this letter?
mask. Oh my god.
It's a customer, not a messenger.
Well, maybe we could give them a discount.
I like that's a voice acting. So now, 20% lifesteal. After 8 seconds, 20 more. He scales over the entire fight, gets way more stats. Damage amp and damage resist. When he's below 50% health, he gains 50% lifesteal for the rest of the combat. Because he's a ghoul, when he's at 50% health, he heals for 75% of his max health over the next 5 seconds, going back to full health. So he gets 50%, he gets 90% lifesteal. Both armies have +1 army size. You fool. You've given me power, you fool. I love when a plan comes together. Slayer in the middle. Stifle is, I think, silence. I'm pretty sure this is silence. We silence the spider because his spider is going to be a very annoying spider to deal with, and we just do 1,000,000 damage. Grundle is dying. Grundle's dying. He healed to full. He has 90% lifesteal. What do you do? What do you do against this build? There's nothing that you can do.
Decisive win. You're
He's too
very
strong.
good at this.
In the Mastermind Helm, a powerful helmet that can only be equipped to tier 4 units. That's crazy. That's crazy. A Kerfuffle Shuffle would have been good too, but it's too risky. But it could have let me. It could have allowed me to equip a new item as well on everybody. But it was just way too risky to go for. The chances of me getting a good Kerfuffle Shuffle was far too low. Hydras are getting good. My Grundle's almost there. Tier 4 Mastermind Helm goes on Tim. He has 4.4k health with the bonus. I gamble for a game of chance to get more star
I
rolls.
can hardly judge.
I just go like this. I just hope that,
Your luck
you know, the
might
heart
run out.
the cards. I get 2 rerolls. This is it, man. This is it. It's a boss fight room anyways. We go into the shop. I try to roll for my single units or for my low tier units, but I didn't get them. It's fine. I have no money. I have 22 curse. There's one more normal fight. But if I get this, I can go into shock.
If you seek unlimited power,
Common Stalker unit to assist, but all enemy units gain the Stalker trait. Your team is orcs and dwellers, and I think that's fine because if everybody is a stalker, nobody's a stalker. You know what I mean? If everybody's a stalker, nobody's a stalker. The problem is I lose my corrupted. Oh fuck, because there's 1 minus army size. Oh shit. It's over for me. I lost. Oh no. Oh no. It's over. Put the chest over here. I'm going to remove them from combat for 6 seconds, which is I'm going to remove the Gorbin. If I remove the Gorbin, he doesn't go Stalker. He actually stays on that side, so my team should just run up to him and punch him. He still goes into the thing. Okay, please. Okay, as long as my Grundy doesn't die, I think I'm okay. Grundy isn't doing... Oh, we won. This is all banking on the fact that my Grundy can't die. If he dies, the whole run's over. As long as he doesn't die, I'm okay. Where did you come from? You're corrupted? You're a corrupted unit. Really? I'd rather have you than Porcino. Porcino sucks. Sure. This is a new one. Ethelfrith's last gift grants curses at a price. Okay, sure, I'll get cursed. I didn't mean to skip it. I meant to read it. Oops. 1?
that's just bad luck right there.
A cacophony of rattling bones accompanies the boys as they fulfill your request. What request? Oh wait, no, I have seen this. Yeah, they make like a statue and they build some item for you. Right. What?
I wish I could let you re-roll that one.
Everyone needs to relax now. Once again, the skeletons gather around you. Sure, let's just see what happens. Is it the 1? It's a 19. Thanks. 19 on the one that I didn't care about. But I do have an extra unit on the board, which is interesting. So, because I have an extra unit on the board, what does that give me necessarily? Why did all of my items... Why is there an extra spider on the board? Let me think about this. Grundy needs to make magic cannon. He needs to make the magic cannon to shock people. I think that's the best item. The sword can go on anybody. Who wants this? I guess anybody can have the sword. Force of Nature can then be used to get me a new unit to throw in there. Stalker's Calling Bell, Zombie Finger. Spider over here. We do Force of Nature onto the... Not the Hydra, as I need him to not be a Force of Nature, because I need the Hydra to be there for the Mythic bonus, to get me the level 2 trait bonus. Because I took the trait of Tenure, which gives me a bonus if I have 2 traits at stage 2, which is... Stage 2 for Mythic is only 2 Mythic. I can go any tank that is particularly good at tanking and just throw them in as a bonus tank. Like Turbo, who taunts all enemies, enters his shell, gains damage resistance, and while it's in its shell, foes that attack him take spell damage. Okay. Turbo, you're in. Yeah, no, let's give it a shot. It's whatever. Instead of Defiler as well, I'm gonna go Scrapper to give my Grundy the most damage. So I keep forgetting about this. I can just do this. Defiler is cool, but the Scrapper bonus on my Grundy, who's supercharged, is probably the best thing that I can do. He has a million zombies. Why? Oh, they can't cast for the first couple seconds. Oh no. Am I a fool? No, am I gonna lose? Am I an idiot? No, it's okay, it's fine. It's okay. He's scrapping. He is scrapping them very, very well. He's doing combos. He's doing quite a lot of damage. Oh my god, he's doing so much damage. Look at that! Look at that burst! Oh!
I knew you had it in you.
Wow. This is the worst build I've ever seen, but it somehow works out pretty well. Amazing. Now I just need to get rid of my 24 curse. Actually, it doesn't matter about getting rid of curse, because... Like... I can never be uncursed. Oh, maybe I can be uncursed. Maybe. I don't know. You wanna help me? I can do this. Shit. Okay, well, I get this. So I can do... Every time you roll a curse unit in the store, this gains a charge. Activate it to gain 5 star points and remove 1 curse per 10 charge, then destroy it. Wow. That's really good, actually. So if I'm correct, I can just do this. So I can just roll it. Every time I roll, I get a curse. I should use it in the final fights, right at the very end when it matters the most. And then just, I don't know, just roll for now for fun. It doesn't really matter to me. All units are stifled? No. Units require 50% more mana to cast, but gain 30% attack speed after casting? Sure. At the start of combat, the wearer blasts all tree folk enemies with dark magic, dealing 200 spell damage and stun for 5 seconds. Uses on a friendly non-tree folk unit, and then they transform. What? That seems awful.
Gaze not into the abyss, or it will gaze back into you.
I've already got 15 charges. Every 10 charges, you remove 1 curse. To remove 30 curse, I need 300 charges. Every roll gets me like 15... No, every roll gets me 5 charges. Every roll costs me 1. So 300 divided by 5 is 60. I need 60 star points to get rid of all of my curse. And in return, I gain back the 60 star points once I use this. But then I have 0 curse at the very final stage. I don't want to think anymore. Everything hurts. I don't want to think anymore. There's too much thinking in the vault. games like this are really fun, right? And they really tickle a certain... They tickle a part of your brain that I think many games sort of stray away from. A lot of games will focus a lot on the pure dynamic and visceral combat experience. Am I gonna lose? Really? What happened? I don't know what I'm doing wrong!
Your story ends.
As soon as I enter the third map, I die! It's fun to play in real time. Sometimes it's fun to think and just, be humbled by the fact that your thinking isn't as good as you thought it was. What do I do now? So, what's my items? I have a staff. All the bugs are gone. I have a staff, so I don't need to call pest control. I also have a lot of... I don't know what I have, actually. I have nothing. So, I have no bugs, I have a staff, and it's Vault of Chaos granting random units. Okay, I guess I just hope for the best then. Sure. I can go for Royal Flame, which actually is pretty good. It shreds. And when it dies, flame units gain 80 spell power, and I start with a bunch of spell power. Wait a minute, this is pretty good. I could make a flame comp. This is pretty good. Flame comp into mythic. Yeah. Okay, flame on. Okay, we'll do the flame. Beanoic. Sure, go. Have fun. We'll try this. We'll see how it goes. We'll try this out. If it works out, then it works out. If it doesn't work out, then oh well. What I can do as well, I can't reroll. I thought this was the reroll one. But some of them, the last Shroud Strike that we played had a reroll thing, which was pretty nice. You can get the staff for now. So this is my last run, and then we'll sort of move on from here, because I'm also done for the day. But you see how his thinking goes into something like this? This game makes me think in a way that other auto battlers don't really make me think. Like, a lot of other auto battlers feel very simplistic in their design. This one has a lot of mechanical depth and complexity that I think a lot of people sort of don't engage with very, very well, based on the various, let's say, comments they've seen on their store page. I just sort of see their store page and I go, I don't know if we're playing the same game here. You know what I mean? Like, some people play a different game from me, and that's okay. I just want them to know that they're wrong. That this game is absolutely a masterpiece, and that they should think deeply about what they're doing wrong to not feel the same way that I do. And that's all I'll say about that. Because when you play this game and you really think through all these different situations and you think about the things that you do, the only thing that I think is fairly static is that Curse doesn't really bother you because you're going to lose anyways, so you might as well risk it for the best possible game that you could that you can try to have, right? Oh my god. The favorite book on Flame. Favorite book on Flame. Flame is majority spellcaster. There's another thing too that I wish you could do. I wish you could, from this, I wish you could view the traits in a different UI, where you could like right click on the UI, right click on the flame to see them, because you have to like find the unit to see it. It's annoying to have to go to the compendium, but flame units, spellcasters, are not him. It's him. Him. I mean, him. There's a lot of really good spellcasters, actually. 3 and 1 is available early that does a lot of AoE damage to backline. And they don't have the worst mana cost in the world. This could work. And it's a good mana cost reduction, which lets them cast faster, but I think favorite book is the best thing to go for. Okay, so let's try this out.
Gaze not into the abyss.
We do favorite book. We do a staff. Staff and meat makes that. Staff and wand and missiles makes this, which is pretty good, but I think I want to save for at least the Orb of Greatness and maybe the Reaper's Tome. I don't really know if this is good, but it would be nice to have lifesteal. But I don't think that's possible. Maybe instead of that, we go for the Forever Scythe. Okay. Yeah. This is good. He is horror, so I'm gonna go to sleep for 2 seconds. They're really close to perfecting it, I think. Really, really close. Again, it's just small things like Curse. Feels like a very, very unavoidable binary choice later on, which is interesting. It doesn't feel like a high risk, high reward. Well, it kind of does based on what you can do with it, but most of the time it just feels like if you don't do the curse, you're missing out on something. It's not a bad thing, but it does make you think about it and make you go, oh. The choices feel much more static than they should be, if that makes sense. Perfect. I can get the growth because when it survives combat, they also get 2%.
You made the right choice there.
2 cost for the. Oh my god. This is the best build ever! This plus the thing gets you Bomb, which gets a shield for 20% of max HP when they fall below a certain amount of health. That's fine. Of the flame units, I really want the engineer guy right now, because I won't get anyone better until later. So might as well do it now, because I can shred people ASAP. We'll do Flame Engineer. We'll save him, because I need him to eventually become a, whatchamacallit, a Rainbow Slime Vial for me later. And actually, in saying that, it doesn't really make sense to do this. I might as well just keep him in, okay? Sure.
Well, now,
3
since this is
XP,
your
all
first
units start with
rodeo,
full
we'll
honor.
make
I get Faye.
Interesting.
And Faye reduces the mana cost of all your units if you get at least... Okay, yeah, sure.
These
Easily.
orcs channel pain into power.
I thought he was going to say Orcs channel pain into pleasure, and I was really glad that he didn't go that way. Actually, that's Orc Massage. That's... Okay, you know what? These challenge rooms also are very interesting. I've never been able to successfully
Sorry, I had a
beat
feeling
the
that was
early
gonna
challenge
come.
room. Like, it feels like the early challenge rooms are just a matter of get there, have enough health to do it,
What
and
goes
just get the
around
thing for
comes
quote-unquote the cost of free, which is the cost of your health. It doesn't really feel like much of a choice to do it. Though that's the one other thing that doesn't feel like much of a choice. Could I get 4 flame? I could, maybe, but I think it's better to go for items. And lifeline. So, too many rings makes me a very sad person. Brawler banner is pretty good. Stalker banner, Beast War banner is pretty good. Leeching Grass of the Flames, who has a really high attack speed? No one. Of the Flames, who has a high attack speed? He attacks nearby units, and he repeats those attacks with lifesteal. I can roll again, get something. Attack speed doesn't really matter for this team. It's really about spells, so get the spell. Flame War Banner would be nice, but it's too late now. I beg you. Whatever. Okay, so we have too much shit in the way now. This is really bad. This is really bad. I don't know about this one. So your Storm. Your Storm. That's pretty good. We'll do this. We'll put him in front. When the storm triggers, he'll fly away, so it's fine. The tank is still there. In terms of items, I need to use the incense, and I need to think about these items. This, for whoever is later. The sword can become... I don't really know what the sword can be. I could do Sword Cleaver to get attack damage and max HP. But really, what you want to have is Leech Knife. I don't know. All these choices suck. In terms of Mythic, I have Frost, which is pretty good, but I don't know if he really works out well with that item. I have Tenure, so Mythic is really my only choice. I need a tier 2 trait on any of these. Is there any flame overlap? You know a flame? Yeah, you are. Where's my flame icon? Oh. So, flame gets Marksman, Horror Elemental, Demon, Shaman. Shaman! Shaman. Shaman! Shaman. Yeah, okay, Shaman. Okay, so if I go Shaman, is there a Shaman tank? I'm just thinking like, what's a good item here for these units? The best shaman tank is button. Save the sword. Save the sword for the dude. The spinny boy. Spinny boy is gonna be good. You know what? Spinny boy actually could just use it because he's gonna get more max health anyway. So let's get him to do it for now. There we go. Okay. I'm going to lose. I know he's placed in front. Don't worry about this. It's a really good strategy. It's called throwing the game. It's not looking too hot. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. 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 Hey, thanks for watching Tales of Tactics, everyone. The best auto battler has gotten better, and I can't believe they came up with another really good update. Again, it's really hard to continually beat your previous updates because how do you continually nail what it is about the genre that it needs to get better, right? But they seem to take care, and they seem to care a lot about the feedback that they get from their players. They seem to care a lot about the choices that you have available to you, and they care a lot about the balancing of the game to a large degree. Obviously, you know, with any PvP game, there's always going to be the issue of like any game that has PvP, or like any game of this nature, there's always going to be some level of unbalance because you're balancing across, you know, however many units there are, right? And when you throw PvP into that, there's always going to be some dissatisfaction because some strategies will become better over others, even in your PvE and PvP runs. But if you take this game and you just think of it as a single player auto battler, you think of it as a purely PvP experience, the amount of choice that it gives you and the amount of time and fun that you can have with it greatly far exceeds the amount of money that you pay to play this game. And you add in the PvP aspect and you get a lot of that same fix, that like same hit that you get from playing other PvP auto battlers, but in a format that I think is healthier for the game as a whole. That's in many ways almost like a pioneer in the space, because like the Bazaar has this format, and the Bazaar is a really good game, but then it's like, well, this game had this format first of you build your team and you get to see in advance what the enemy team is, and then you play them. You get like a snapshot of the person that you're facing. It's like this game has done so many good choices, but it just hasn't really been, I don't think it's had its time in the spotlight yet, despite other games having pieces of what this game has being in the spotlight. And it has all the same depth of tacticality, strategy, and it has all the same fun that you would expect from an auto battler. It also just has some of the best features within the space as well. So, again, really good update. Lots of cool new things to play with. Still genuinely fun. And if enough of you get the game, I can face you all in PvP and show you that I'm not as bad at the game as you think that I am, as far as I've shown you.